So back again with another Criterion recommendation video for you all, and I have a special video for you guys today. If you love Criterion, I'm actually going to rank all the Criterion titles I picked up in this current Barnes & Noble 50% off sale, and I just went through and watched all these movies, so I'm going to give you these fresh thoughts and let you guys know, should you be picking these up if you haven't already in this sale. So it was really fun doing this. I love the Criterion boutique label, so if you're just like me, you love collecting, you love Criterion, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when a new Criterion or physical media topic posts, and leave in the comments below what Criterion titles you picked up this sale season, and also how would you rank them too. That'd be really cool to compare lists right there. But let's get into the list of bangers, because these are all good to great titles in my opinion. So starting here at the bottom, we're actually going to have Nanny, a new, more modern title. This is streaming on Amazon, but I love that Criterion put this on a physical disc, because what happens if it disappears off of Amazon? Well, at least you have it on a physical disc. So I really like that. But once again, like I said, it's a modern kind of horror thriller movie. I'll say it has a similar vibe to like Get Out. So there's a lot of social commentary and messaging this movie is really trying to tackle in here. It does bring awareness to certain communities, which I absolutely love that, of course. And I will say it's a pretty decent watch. Like I said, it's not my favorite. That's why it's at the bottom, but I'm happy with at least a one-time watch of this one. It's atmospheric. It does have some creepy moments. I will say it's not overly horrific to where it's not really super scary. I think most people could watch this one, but like I said, it's more of an interesting movie, a head-scratching kind of movie in a good way, where you're just kind of curious, like, hey, what's really going on here? So a little bit of a mystery to it all, in my opinion. So Nanny is a decent little modern, sophisticated horror title. Almost felt if like A24 would have done this one, but definitely an independent film here. So I thought they did some impressive stuff here, and even on the special features, they have a supplemental short film with the same actress, I believe. So that was really cool to see. That's definitely worth watching too. So really good supplements there. Next up, we are going to have a very underrated one, in my opinion. It's been on the Criterion list for quite some time, and that's going to be Funny Girl. Yes, Funny Girl was an awesome 4K. I mean, this looked gorgeous. It sounded fantastic. If you don't know what this movie is, it's an old school classic musical movie. Some drama elements, of course, some comedic moments. Streisand as the main lead actress here, and she is phenomenal in this movie. Oh, looks fantastic here. But yeah, definitely needs a 4K disc, because like I said, the music in here is just mind-blowing. Absolutely love it. But once again, the production, the set design, the costumes. I mean, if you love stage plays, this is a famous one right here. You gotta check out this movie. It's so good and keeps up to today, because basically you have this main lead who's, really trying to use her funny, quirky personality to, get ahead in life. And then you compare and contrast that with her love interest counterpart and how different they are. But I love the relationship back and forth. Like I said, it does get very dramatic in some moments, but really it's fantastic. If you love musicals, you got to check out Funny Girl, and the 4K disc definitely is worth it on this one right here. All right, next up, we're gonna have The Whiz, another musical, man. Yes, we're on a roll with the musicals. This was really good. Oh my gosh. I don't remember seeing much of this one when I was younger, so kind of going into it with some fresh eyes as well. Really cool. Of course, it's a different style to the Wizard of Oz story, but I actually like how this one is directed and how the story plays out more. And I mean, you have, awesome acting talent here. It is interesting to see Michael Jackson as a scarecrow, but really good musical numbers. I don't know if I love the music as much as the original, of course, but they're still pretty good. Of course, the production, set design, costumes, it does feel really epic. But like I said, I love the direction they go into. I love the social commentary here. I love the beginning. I love the ending. I love how it's all put together, edited together. And so definitely a really good one. Once again, if you're into musicals, you gotta have The Wiz, you gotta have Funny Girl. I mean, these are essential from the Criterion Collection now, and that art design, I just love the way that looks. But oh yeah, very, very good. Maybe could have used some more new fresh supplements and bonus features, but the archival stuff is, pretty good. But yeah, there we go. That's the Whiz for you, and definitely benefits from the 4K disc there. All right, next up, we're going to have an underrated one, super underrated in my opinion, and that's going to be Love and Basketball. If you love romance movies, sports movies, you got to check this one out. And it's even almost a coming of age story because you see these people at different points in their life, right? And you see how, kind of how the relationship develops. And so it's really cool. I love that perspective. There's some drama in there, there's even some funny moments in there. Definitely a lot of heart and emotion there. Of course, the relationship going on. So I really like this one. So definitely one of the better romantic movies I've seen on Criterion personally. Once again, a more modern title, but I think people could probably relate to this one. I really like this one. Very, very good. Once again, got the basketball mixed in a little bit. So yeah, loving basketball. Definitely the kind of movie for me. So yeah, really like that one. All right, next up was one I wasn't initially planning on picking up, but it was super cheap on Amazon for a limited time for some reason, under 15 bucks. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have this movie in the collection. Let's pick it up now. And that is going to be Parasite. Yes. Now, I know it's only Blu-ray and there's a 4K out there. I still recommend this one. I'm going to tell you why. The Blu-ray looks phenomenal. It sounds great. I don't know how much you're going to be able to tell a difference because it's a super modern title anyway. But not only that, you get some really cool supplements in here that I don't think are on the 4K. And one supplement is a different edition of the movie, a black and white version of the film. That's really cool. So you almost get like two kind of different movies there, which is fantastic. At least two different editions. So I love that. I love the kind of like digi slide out case here. I love the design. And this movie is awesome. Oh my gosh. I mean, just to see how this story plays out, it gets wild and bonkers in some moments. It's great all the way from the beginning to the end, and just how the story is told. I mean, Bong Joon-ho, the director, does a great job with this one. Just so interesting and thrilling the whole time. Yeah, Parasite is a really, really good movie. A Best Picture winner, right? I mean, it totally deserves it, and definitely keeps up on rewatchability. So, really, like, I even noticed more stuff this time around watching this one. So, great supplements, great packaging, kind of has everything. So that's why it's so high up on this list. All right, next up right here. Oh my gosh, I know everybody was picking this one up, and I was very excited to get it too, just because I really liked how this was a Best Picture winner too, got so many awards, and I was pulling hard for this one, guys. Nora, yes, let's go. Oh man, I love the packaging here too. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really cool, kind of like digibook, kind of a thick design there. Tons of discs in here too. There's 3 discs, which is really cool. So they have the special features and supplements packed in there. But the 4K disc with the movie looks phenomenal, sounds excellent. I just really like this movie. Oh my gosh, it's a romance, it's a drama. There are, I guess, a couple funny moments in there, but I just like this. So kind of like a Pretty Woman story, but a little bit kind of turns it on its head from the other side, and more graphic, you could say, more adult, I guess you could say for sure than that. So just be prepared. You probably don't want to watch this with the whole family. This is, you watch it alone kind of movie. But Mikey Madison gives a phenomenal performance. The supporting actors are really good too. The director, excellent here. Sean Baker, a phenomenal job with the editing as well. I mean, the editing, like when I say, hey, good editing makes a difference to a movie, this is one of the movies I point to. Really good, solid editing in here. So I just loved how this movie was put together. I mean, everything pretty much works for me for the most part in this movie, especially the beginning and the middle part, I think are very, very strong. I will say by the end, it kind of loses a little bit of steam for me. And I don't particularly love the ending and how it finally ends. That I felt could have been stronger. But other than that, I will say this is a darn good film. Like I said, Best Picture winner, right? Amazing that Criterion picked this up, did this one. Really, really cool. Gave it all the special treatment it deserved. So, Nora, believe the hype. I highly, highly recommend this one. I think it's going to appeal to most people in some kind of way. But yeah, Nora, absolutely loved it. I've seen this movie so many times by now, but hasn't looked better than on this 4K disc, I'll tell you that, and hasn't sound better. I mean, oh my gosh, this is the way to go. So really like that one. But there you go. Those were all the recent Criterion titles I picked up in the sale month for the 50% off. I don't like to get a ton of Criterion titles because I know, there's going to be that sale around the corner every 6 months. So I try to stick around that magic number of 5. This time I got 6 because Parasite was discounted more. But I thought that was a good number, and that allowed me to get the ones I really wanted, and they all ended up being good to great. So I love that strategy. But you guys let me know in the comments below kind of what's your strategy with Criterion shopping. Once again, give me some more recommendations, rank your titles, all that fun stuff. That way we get some movie conversations going back and forth. Once again, if you haven't already, go ahead and mega smash that like on this video, the like on others' comments, of course, subscribe, notification bell. That way you're alerted when a new Criterion topic posts or other physical media topics. We cover everything in the world of physical media, or at least we try, keeping it entertaining and informative for y'all. And of course, most importantly, have a great day watching and talking your Criterions, whatever other movie you're enjoying today. Of course, another way to help the channel, you love this physical media topic, just go ahead and blockbuster another video and watch all the way through right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.